Good morning, friends. This is part 3 of 3, day 3 for patterns and relationships. So we're just taking everything we've done so far and we're just going to graph it. That's it. Simple, simple, easy. So we do have a new learning target for today since we are moving on to graphing. And it's just, I can use the pattern in a table to graph and analyze. So our ending task for this is going to be task 2. This is where the ones with the bicycles, tricycles, and wagons, and part 3. So I ended up taking task 2 and breaking it down into 3 parts. So the first part was where we took the, oh goodness, I just forgot. Well, you had to figure out how many wheels for that many numbers of bicycles, tricycles, and wagons. So now we're going to take it, we're just going to graph it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So this question right here, or this on the screen right now, is going to look very familiar to you if you remember the pre-test for Unit 6 that we did forever long ago. So this is the one with the rivers. So here I have the river N and how many miles, and the river P and how many miles. So this chart gives me the data of how far river N flowed. Is that right? Flowed, went downstream, flowed, how far the river went, and how many hours it took it to go that far. And then the same thing for river P. So if you think back to, I always say think back, if you refer back to video 1 for this 3-part video, I talked about and showed how we can have a chart that has 3 columns, but you'll notice as we go through this that when I do my ordered pairs, I end up having to skip a column in order to show my other one. So what I did is that the easiest way to graph this is I give each part a different color. So as you can see, river N, I made pink, and then river P, I made orange. That just helps me out when I graph it to use that color to show my pattern, okay? And it helps me when I make my ordered pair. So what I want to do first is that I want to write my ordered pair for N. So here I know it's my number of hours, that's what my time's going to be, and then whatever my N is. So here I have 0, 0, 2, 2, 4, 4, and so forth. And I put that in pink so that you can see that everything I do in pink is going to be with river N. Now what I did is that I'm going to mark out that middle part now because I'm done with it. I've already wrote the ordered pair for N, so I don't need to see it again. So what I'm going to do for my ordered pair for P is that I'm still going to use the same number of hours because that's our focus, but my distance, I'm skipping over that middle section. I'm looking just at the distance for river P. So make sure that you do kind of attend to precision with that so you don't end up writing the wrong numbers down. That's why I marked it out. That's going to be the easiest thing to do, is to just mark it out, put a line through it, color it, do whatever, okay? So here, everything for river P is orange. Same thing, I still wrote my ordered pair. Now what we're going to do is that we're going to graph it. So I have my ordered pairs on that last slide right here. You will be able to just have it written down on a piece of paper, but my Google Slides are not very big for me to show it every single time. So you'll be able to look back at this. Look back at your ordered pair. So here, the graph is already labeled for you. So I have my time is going to go up my my y-axis, and the distance, which is how far it has flew, that's not right, how far it has traveled, is on my x-axis. So I'm just going to start with river N. Simple, y'all know how to do this. River N is 0, 0 that starts off. So at 0 hours, it went 0 miles. As I keep going, the second point at 2 hours, it went 2 miles. 4 hours, it went 4 miles, and so forth. So here I just continued my pattern. Everything in pink, since I have it labeled over here, I know it's my river N. I'm going to do that same thing with my river P. So here, the first part is 0, 0. So I just put my orange dot on top of my pink dot because it's still 0 hours. It didn't go anywhere. At 2 hours, my P only went 1 mile. In 4 hours, my river P only went 2 miles, and so forth. So I'm just going to continue this chart up until where I get to 8-4. So then you might have some questions on this that says, what pattern do you notice? Okay. Do you notice the graph? And I know some people have different preferences, but which is easier to you to visualize? The graph where you can see, oh, look, that's a big difference between how far in 8 hours River P went than River N. Or this looks better to you to analyze. Everybody has different ways that they see things, okay? So make sure that when you do attend to precision when it is a 3 chart. Now, I'm going to have another video, especially when you get to this part of the assignment with your graphing your task 2. I'm going to have another video showing you how to do this, how to manipulate and move the dots, because I'll try to make it as easy as possible. So this video is not going to show you how to do that. You'll have another video that shows you how to move the stuff on the graph. Super easy. I try to make it easy. Okay. Another thing you might see is that you have a blank table and a blank graph, but it kind of tells you what's going on each time. So here, each day of vacation, Sam catches 2 fish and Terry catches 4 fish. So what I want to do first is I want to fill out my chart before I start graphing anything. So with the magic power of a click of a button, my chart is now filled out. So on day 0, both of them have 0 fish because there hasn't been a day yet for them to catch it, because this is each day. On day 1, Sam catches 2 fish, Terry catches 4 fish. Now notice our pattern, instead of really going X, Y, S, T, side to side, our pattern really focuses on every day Sam catches 2 fish. Every day Terry catches 4 fish. So therefore, with day 1, Sam only catching 2 fish. Day 2, he caught 4 fish. Each day he catches 2 more fish. Okay, same thing with Terry. Terry started with 4 fish on day 1, and each day she caught 4 more fish. So therefore, on day 2, she caught 8 fish. All the way down to day 5, we have the pattern written. So once again, I have put Sam colored blue and Terry colored green. So I just have the ordered pair for Sam in green, and it is labeled and shown on my graph. And the ordered pair for Terry Sam is blue. That's blue. Terry's in green, and here is Terry. So as you can see on day 5, Terry caught 20 fish when poor little Sam only caught 10. Okay. Now I know this is not directly on each other down here. I know it's probably irritating some of y'all, but I did that so you can see that the green and the blue, I can overlap the colors to see where if they even met up at any point of catching the same number of fish. Okay, so notice also on this, you'll notice that I have lines that are skipped with my numbers. So here I have 1, there's a line skipped, and 2. That means this graph is going by halves. So here I would have 0, half, 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Okay, that's just how this graph was labeled. Okay, so this is another way to where, do you see a pattern easier on your eyes like with the graph, or do you see it easier on your eyes with the table? Okay. Now we're going to apply all of this. You're going to go watch the video for task 2 part 3, which is where I'm going to break down how to move the stuff to do your graph. Very simple, very easy. And then this is the last day for patterns, and then tomorrow we move on to geometry. So go watch the next video, and then let's get task 2 part 3 completed.